Creators United was formed since 21 pa ata, 2021 or something. That one naman is more because of like the calamities and all. Parang they wanted to ensure, or CICP wanted to ensure that people get to see that the influencers are actually doing something that is
purposeful.
Yes, hindi lang yung parang they're in their houses, they're not doing something, right? So that's one. But I wanted to ensure that when we plan things also, we plan as if there is none. Wala rin. Kasi what if it's a blessed year na walang mabaha, di ba? Walang ganon. Hopefully, magkaroon tayo ng ganong taon. If that's the case, we're also set for our CSR activities that are not just, because every time you think CSR, it's always ano yung community, what do we give, what do we do, what do we donate? But in the world of Creator Council and digital, there are other things that we need to be doing CSR for, which is
you emphasize also the
voter education, to vote, what do you look for. So it's a careful navigation on, you don't talk about this is who you should vote. Yes, that's good. But you talk about the qualities of the person that you need to vote. So it allows them to, kasi even if kunyari this year, this term, you tell them, you need to vote for person A. Okay, paano next year? Paano next elections? So you have to really educate them on what to look at, the evaluation measures to focus on, and then that already grows their voter education. So that's one. Next would be having those campaigns on scam. And we were validated today that the direction is really right, because these were things that Robbie and I were talking about in terms of the committee that he will lead. And siguro if I may also include, Robbie has a very well protected integrity in the industry, and having Robbie part of this one, it was also a very good decision not to put him to committees like PR and marketing, because it's an easy fall eh. If you get a creator that is a big following, ay, pwede kang pang PR, pwede kang ganyan, pa-share nito. But we wanted to go deeper than that. We wanted to be very smart on the way that we engaged with him. And the thing that I value with him the most is his integrity. And that's the reason why even in ABS, right, he has all of these infomercials about like deep fake, anti-this and that. So
and he was a victim recently of bullying.
Yes. And then he went to NBI, you know. So what do we want to do? Because the influencers have a significant number of followers also, and the clout. We want to use that to actually tell them, what do you do when you're experiencing this? So that they get to know. And many people, when they experience something, they don't know what to do next, right? And iba, they shut up. If they're a victim of something, of an image that's not theirs, pero na AI na or something, they may opt to just not talk about it because it's uncomfortable, right? But what's the thing to do? So yun la. Actually, on that, I make it a call for the government, or yan, kasi if we educate people, okay, marami nang gagawa ng process, are we ready for that? So hopefully when we start doing it also, they're ready to receive this number of inquiries, this number of visits in their office, and I hope that the structure is already ready for a high frequency of tapping. We all have our own personal experiences in visiting. I've had my personal experience in visiting the MPD also and stuff, and NBI. Robbie has their own. So it's more of kami na lang is knowing what would be the most important. So for now, we start with voters education. What comes next on Q3 and Q4 is something that we will finalize. But while there is still time to educate people on how to select their vote in time for elections, we're gonna go heavy on that. At this particular time, it's really more joining the force to educate voters to vote. So using that influence in that manner, no? And using the same influence also to encourage people to fact check, to avoid sharing. Kasi sometimes you know na it's fake news eh, ba't mo pa share? Eh, nakakatawa eh. But then if it causes people to actually have confusion, it's really more to call people out. Because accountability comes from when people call out other people eh. So that's one. But what would be the priority? I would say it's very important at this point to ensure that a creator, understanding their influence, should be aware on what is closest to him or his heart when it comes to the CSRs. Because I can't force people to talk about or to care about cybercrime. in all of these like financial related scams.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't experience it, it's hard to have it coming
Yes.
from their heart. So usually, you really have to, ako I experienced it, not personally, but my friend.
Yeah.
But I saw a huge amount of money, it's 1.2 million.
Exactly.
And that's only when I felt, oh my gosh, I want to help him. But if it doesn't come within your near circle, you don't feel it. So what is that thing that matters to you? But as a creator, if you have that influence, there has to be at least something. Kasi kung pare-parehas din naman kayo, and then you're not able to like take care of the full problem, right? So look for that. So someone takes care of something. Just ensure that you're not just wasting your life away doing nothing. Because we need using your influence for the good is I think the best way to make use of all those followers and clout, right? We just launched our plans for 2025. And we're very excited to actually share this online also. It was an offline launch now with attendees, members, and industry in the like CICP. And I would like to invite everyone to actually check out these plans. I wouldn't invite you immediately to become members if you don't know what we're doing. I'd like everyone to appreciate our well-thought plans for this year. And if it does connect to you, and if you have questions and all, hope we get to actually have that dialogue. And then if you're very convinced, even without talking to us, please sign up as member. You can just visit our website, cicp.com.ph, and you can get to the member section and please apply as member. I guess just to give one line, why would you be a member? The benefits would be more that you're actively part in that industry that creates a lot of these like closed door dialogues with specific groups. And ang feeling kasi nun, if you're not part of those things, a lot of discussions and decisions are happening without your voice in it. And it's very important to have a voice in it, to be part of that vote, to be part of that discussion. And that's for me as a member, you can always get all of these free webinar, free seminar, free whatever, right? But what's the value to that if your voice is not heard? You're not just an attendee. You can always attend all of these things online, right? Hybrid, face-to-face. You always get a loot bag, right? But when your voice matters, you're treated as a VIP, you're included in that decision making, that is when your importance and value is heightened and strengthened. And that's something that I want to give to the members this year. I am very excited because as the first, we get to show how different we can lead an organization also. Sometimes you can be extra detail oriented and very passionately emotional, which can be drawn and expressed in a very nice way then. See, because you're too emotionally driven and passionate about something, the output is also full of these meaningful elements that add a lot of like design and excitement and color. So it's full of popping color, and I think that's something that I'm very happy to make the members feel differently. And you know, the way that we connect, no, it's very personal. So sometimes when you email, talagang it's very personal, talagang hey ganyan, and your check up sa messages, right? And I don't know, is it my extrovert personality? I don't know. Is it my being a woman? I don't know. But I'd like to just show that there are different things on doing things, and hopefully the one for 2025 is actually a positive one. So I just reiterate the invite for members and even women creators to actually join, especially it's Women's Month.